Welcome to this tutorial on gamification in e-learning. I think this is one of the most interesting parts of assessment for students who are attending e-learning classes because it becomes a monotonous process for them just listening to lectures or going through YouTube videos or listening to sometimes even Zoom interactive meetings. So gamification is a very interesting concept, and here we'll show you the website, which is called Kahoot. And fortunately for the COVID season, they are offering a trial period for 200 students. You can use it for 200 students. You just go in and you log on, you make an account over there. It's a free account at the moment, and then there's different types of Kahoots which you can create. And you can teach with slides, you can with formative assessment, template inspired by hire and instructor. So we'll just stick to create a Kahoot in which we make questions. So this is, you set up the time. This is a basic template where you'll be working with. So I have made one MCQ question, 12 questions on Google Forms. I'm just going to copy and paste them over here. Here you can see there's a top area where you put the first stem of the multiple choice question. It gives you 4 choices. So once you've identified your choice, you can upload a picture just to make it more interactive for the students, and then you put in your answers of 4 options which are available for the question, and you put them one by one, and you can see they are coded by shape. One is a triangle, one is a diamond, then one is a square, and one is a circle. So actually, when you're testing the students, you can either test them as you're testing in a class. You project the questions on the board or through a PowerPoint, and then you ask them to answer they get the answers, or they just get the 4 options with these shapes on their mobile devices, and they can answer these. The other option is to run it as a challenge. You can give a time scale, and then you go and do check for them. Here I'm copying the questions and the stem. This is another question. So the first thing, you put in a question, and then you put in the options, which are the 4 options. So it doesn't give you 5, it gives you 4. You can see that you have put at the time limit for that. So I put 30 seconds as the time limit, and then you add a picture. So you've got a sort of main stem, which gives you the gist of the question, and then you've got the options which are available. And then you have to make sure you tick the right answer, which will highlight with a tick sign or with a correct sign. And then you can load pictures. So the pictures, they depict what the question is answering. So it sort of goes, or it builds on the memory of the student who's answering the question. He can correlate the question with a picture, and that can make things go into the long-term memory. And once you've got that, then these are the questions. You can go and you can sort of go through all of them and then make corrections for them. So here you can see the on the left sliding area, you can sort of go in and scroll down and look up all the questions. So we had 12 questions. So I'm scrolling down, looking at the stems, and then checking for any mistakes. It's because it's very important before you run a quiz or anything, you need to make the corrections and look for any spelling mistakes or any problems with the options which you have created. And once you've got all the things set up, then you can go and click done. And once you say that, it asks for a title of the quiz, so or the game which is going to make. So I've labeled as cataract surgery, so I'm going to say done. Then you sort of validating the Kahoot. So the game is actually called a Kahoot. So once you've done that, then you can either play it now or you can test the Kahoot. So you can test the Kahoot, and that shows you the options which are available. Then if you go, you can play it as a teach session, or you can assign it as a challenge. So I'm going to assign as a challenge so people can play on the phone as they want. So what you do is set a date and time limit when it finishes, and then you click on the timer when they're doing that. They'll listen to the timer, or they'll see a timer going all the way back, so they know it has time bound. Then you can have randomization. So this is, I'm clicking that is for tomorrow, so I just give them 1 day to answer all that. So once you've made this thing, you can create a link out of it and then share it to the students. So it's important that it finishes at one time. So if you want them to not to interact with each other and to learn from each other, you can just give them an hour or two, or you can go on the internet and on Zoom and project them. Here you can see the link is being created. So you copy the link from here on. You also see a game pin number. So you also will copy the game pin number. So when they open up their phone, they can either go through the link and press on the link, and then that'll open the Kahoot. So I pasted that on WhatsApp. So here's the link. So either they can press that or the game pin. For the game pin, you need to download Kahoot on your phone, and here you see we've got. So you enter the pin, and as soon as you enter the pin, it'll give you an option that you've been challenged and you're in the game. And from there you enter. Here you can see the music. You enter your nickname, and then you know that it's open for 1 day and 4 minutes, and how many people are there playing the game with you, and for how long, how many questions you have. So here you can see the questions are displayed. If you answer wrong, it'll show you wrong. And here you see it gives you a quick cue to the question, then shows you the picture and the question again. And there you can see more questions coming in. So there's another question comes in. It depends how fast you answer the question. And it's actually giving you numbers according to how quickly you answer the question. So the quicker you answer the questions, the more numbers you get in the game. So out of 13, so once you finish that, it gives you some practice time in which the questions which you did not answer correctly, it projects them again to you, and you can try and answer them correctly. And that gives you a very good learning of a reinforcement of your mistakes, and that helps you overcome things which you are not going, or which you're having difficulty. So I think it's a wonderful tool and for e-learning, and it produces some thrill in education, and they have very interesting method of deep learning incorporated in this. You've got visual and you've got gamification method, and then at the end you can actually, it gives you a leaderboard, sort of a picture in which it shows you who's the winner of the game for that quiz. So that sort of encourages and that tells that these are the students which are the top students for playing the game. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and please subscribe to our channel.